And I love you too. This is why I've made it so that you can now have me everywhere you go. www.highimpactstudios.com. Press play. Links in our social media bio. Click at High Impact 1021 FM. Or you can just go the regular way. Turn on your radio and tune in to 102.1 FM.
We love you at High Impact Radio. Mwah!
See, there is no separating us now.
From the greens of golf to the courts of tennis and basketball, the octagon of UFC to the square room for boxing, track of Formula One, and the pitch of football. Join the sports crew on Sport Hall 6 to 7 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, Fridays 5 to 6 p.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Here on iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Reviews, views, and interviews just the way you like it. Exclusive on iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Sport Hub for all the updates and analysis.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the shortest basketball player in the world?
I like your curiosity. I'll tell you. Muggsy Bogues is the shortest player in the National Basketball Association history, listed at 5 feet 3 inches tall. He was drafted 12th overall by the Washington Bullets in 1987.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
I'm glad you asked.
Hi, how may I help you?
I've been curious. Who exactly is the youngest swimmer in the world?
Oh, I'll tell you. Alzin Tarek, age 10, is the youngest and fastest swimmer in World Championships history. Tarek has been swimming competitively since the age of 4.
Oh, wow.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Which club is the first to win Champions League?
That's very easy. Real Madrid. The first Champions League was won by Real Madrid during the 1955 and 1956 season.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the fastest man in the world?
That's very simple. It's Usain Bolt. He is the fastest runner on the planet, setting the world record for the shortest 100 meters sprint time of 9.58 seconds.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're listening to Sports in a Jiffy on iImpact Radio 102.1 FM Lagos.
Wednesday edition of the show Sport in a Jiffy right here on iImpact Radio 102.1 FM in 10th day in the month of December, year 2024. Super grateful to God for the gift of life. Of course, we're going to reference the man up there for keeping us till this very minute. And to everyone who's been logged in and logged on with us since the start of the year and the start of this one, we say thank you. We see you. We do not take it for granted. Right here on iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, your number one urban lifestyle station. The station that promises and always delivers. This is Sports in a Jiffy, where we get to serve you bits and pieces of all of the top stories currently making the rounds in the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and sometimes controversial world of sport. We bring it to you just the way you like it. I call it your early morning sport tonic. Whether a sport person, someone love the detail of the game, or maybe an athlete, this is the right place for you to be. The early bed has gone all around the world to catch this course. I am more than willing to let you into all of these top stories this morning. Of course, we'll be having a sportslicious time together. Ayode Jajiboye is my name. An absolute honor to be your host on the show. Don't forget I can keep track of this update and so many others by checking out us on our social media platforms. Our Facebook fan page is at iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, and right now we're live on Facebook at iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, on YouTube at iImpact 102.1 FM. Go to that channel, turn on post notifications so you can be the first to know whenever we go live. Going straight into the stories this morning, we'll be starting from the home front, and then we'll be starting with other sports. Talk about cricket this morning, where the Nigerians male senior cricket team captain Sylvester Okpe has said the just concluded ILT 20 Continent Cup in Kigali, Rwanda, has helped the team to improve in different aspects of the game ahead of the final phase of the four. And despite the result, Okpe believes the tournament has shown the team different areas of improvement ahead of subsequent tournament in 2025, particularly the final phase of the qualifiers. According to Okpe, Nigeria started the competition brightly with 2 wins against Rwanda and Botswana, but lost 5 consecutive games before bouncing back for a place in the final. The guys have been more fearless with their batting, and the bowling have been more tactical as well. Nigeria's biggest test in 2025 will be to qualify for the 2026 ICC T20 World Cup in India and Sri Lanka, and the Yellow Greens came tops in sub-regional qualifier C and will go against 7 other countries in the likes of Uganda, Kenya, Botswana, Malawi, Tanzania, Namibia, and Zimbabwe for a spot at the World Cup come next year, 2025. As taking stories from the home front this morning, right now we'll go straight into the world of football, where we talk about MPFL hammering Nigeria's high-flying side. Talk about Ikorodu City. The league newcomers have been ordered to play their next 2 home matches behind closed doors and fined 3 million naira by the MPFL board. This is in the wake of the rowdy scenes occasioned by pitch encroachment, leading to a physical assault on Remo Stars coach Sulaiman Kamil during Sunday's Southwest Derby between both clubs right here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena in Lagos. The trailing derby ended 1-1 at the arena. Ikorodu City were charged with the breach of rules B13.52, B13.18, and C9 of the league framework. And in summary, jurisdiction notice, the MPFL charged Ikorodu City for failure to provide adequate security, which resulted in unauthorized persons gaining access to restricted areas and assaulting Remo Stars coach Camille in breach of rule B1352 of the MPFM framework rules. The club will also find a total of 3 million naira in order to identify and prosecute the fan who assaulted coach Camille, and also play their next 2 consecutive home games without admitting fans to the stands. And away from that, right now, let's go straight to Europe this morning. Because, yes, it's been said that the game that was supposed to be held today in the MPFL, that is the rescheduled match between Eyimba and Nasarawa United, has once again been rescheduled to a later date. The date for the game is not yet known as it is right now. And talking about the MPFL this morning, let's go take the words coming through from the Rivers United head coach. That's talking about Coach Finidi George, who is saying that right now he is not taking a look at the MPFL table. I don't think that Rivers United are currently at the summit of the log, and Coach Finidi George has said he's not carried away by the intrigues of the Nigerian Premier League table, despite leading by 2 points after 17 matches. The 2022 MPFL champions regained top spot on Sunday after the 2-1 win over Kwara United in Port Harcourt, while their closest challenger, Remo Stars, played a 1-0 draw against the Ikorodu City right there in Lagos. And according to the coach, he's also giving credit to his players for their spirited display in the comeback win over Kwara United. The pride of Rivers will hope to extend their lead in the MPFL when they travel to Lafia to face Nasarawa United this Saturday. And still taking talks from the MPFL this morning, Academy Warriors striker Ibrahim Mustafa, popularly called Yuga, is now pushing to be the leading scorer in the MPFL after he netted his 8th goal against Abia Warriors last weekend. Mustafa, who is age 28, opened scoring at early as the 5th minute for his club to trash Abia Warriors 3-0 at home. A tally of 8 goals this season matches that of Rabiu Ali of Kano Pillars. Both players are now just 2 goals behind leading scorer Anas Yusuf of Nasarawa United. Emmanuel Ogboli of Kwara United has scored 7 goals. Lobby star striker Osi Martins has 6 goals, while 4 players have netted 5 goals apiece. That's talking about Rabiu Abdullah of Ayesa United, Joseph Gottstein of Niger Tornadoes, Sunday Mego of Abia Warriors, and Ahmed Musa of Kano Pillars. Away from the home front right now, let's go Skidadu straight to Europe. And of course, we'll be starting from other sports this morning. We'll start from the game of basketball, where earlier this morning the Milwaukee Bucks made history, clinching their first ever NBA Cup title with a 97-81 victory over the Oklahoma City Thunders in Las Vegas. Giannis Antetokounmpo, as always, was the man of the match, winning the MVP in that game. They call him the Greek Freak. putting up a resilient, dropping a triple-double, 26 points, 19 rebounds, and 10 assists, with his performance earning him the tournament MVP honors, and rightly so. Adam Lillard as well also came through for the Bucks, scoring 23 points, while the team's defense kept the Thunder from finding their rhythm. Oklahoma City struggled to shoot, finding at just 34% from the field and 15% from the deep. And for the Bucks, this victory is coming cementing their place in the NBA's new in-season tournament, which was introduced just last year. The NBA Cup aims to spice up the regular season with a group play and knockout rounds. While the Los Angeles Lakers took the inaugural title, this year it's all about the Milwaukee Bucks. And guess what, guys? This game is more like a best of 7. Milwaukee Bucks did not drop any game on their way to the finals. It was 7-0. Amazing. And it's been said that the Bucks are walking away with the trophy, some extra cash of up to $500,000 guys. And quickly, let's recap other matches that went down in the NBA overnight. Yes. Let's talk about another exciting night in the NBA where several teams pulled off impressive wins, showing off great individual and team performances. Breaking down the result this morning, Denver Nuggets were 130 to 1 Sacramento Kings. Jamal Murray scored 28 points and hit the game-winning shot with just 8.6 seconds left in the game. Philadelphia 76ers were 108-point winners over Charlotte Hornets, with Tyrese Maxey having a massive game, scoring 40 points, and Paul George adding 33 points to help the 76ers beat the Hornets. In other games, Chicago Bulls were 122 to 121 winners over Toronto Raptors. Nikola Vucevic scoring 24 points, and the Red Bulls held on to beat the Raptors, who nearly made a comeback after trailing by 16 points. Detroit Pistons were 125 to 124 win over Miami Heat. That was in the overtime, by the way. Malik Beasley scored a season-high 28 points, and Cade Cunningham had a triple-double with 20 points, 18 assists, and 11 rebounds. Cleveland Cavaliers were 130 points winners over Brooklyn Nets, who had 101 points. Evan Mobley scored 21 points, with 19 of them coming in the second half as the Cavaliers easily defeated the Nets. Los Angeles Clippers were 144 points winners over Utah Jazz, who had 107. James Harden was on fire, scoring 41 points, including 24 in the first quarter, leading the Clippers to a dominant win over the Jazz. Anyway, from basketball talks this one, let's go straight into the world of tennis. Yes, just Scotland Evan Lumpton and English 17-year-old Mia Mellwright emerged victorious at the first Tennis Scotland Open finals, which is set to be broadcast live on TV. Lumpton, who is ranked number 601 in the world, avenged last year's defeat in the final by Stewart, who is 520, 7-5, 3-6, 7-5 to complete the double after having already teamed up with former world number 44 Johnny O'Mara to take the men's doubles title. Top seeded reigning champion Stewart had earlier defeated English third seed and fellow 25-year-old Liam Ignat 6-3, 6-4 in the semi-finals, while second seed Lumpton swept aside fellow 24-year-old James McKinley 6-0, 6-1. So the Sports in a Jiffy right here on 9 Radio 102.1 FM. Don't forget that we'll be back on the Sports Talk Show between 6 p.m. down to 7 p.m. To take you through more stories that are making the rounds in the world of sport. Just so you know, this is 72 in bits and in pieces, updating your morning. We call it your early morning sports tonic in the world of sports. Still taking tennis stories this morning. Former world number 1 Simona Halep, whose career stalled due to a doping ban that was reduced on an appeal this year, will step up a comeback at the Australian Open after receiving a wild card for the qualifying event earlier this morning. Halep, who is 33, was professionally suspended in October 2022 and later banned for 4 years, a period which was cut to 9 months in March following an appeal at the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Halep, who was denied knowingly taking the banned drug roxadustat, returned to action in Miami in March as she last competed on the WTA Tour at Hong Kong, where she lost in the first round in October. And the former French Open and Wimbledon champion is currently ranked 877th in the world. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, Australia's Chris Ewart will look to emulate his father Leighton by making his Grand Slam debut at the Australian Open after organizers handed the 16-year-old the wild card for the qualifying event that precedes the January 12 to 26 major. The senior heavyweight, a two-time Grand Slam singles champion who also reached number 1 in the world, made his major taking stories coming through from the world of tennis this morning. And right now in the ATPs, where it's been said that Novak Djokovic and Nick Kyrgios will team up to play doubles at the Brisbane International. Kyrgios posted that on his official handle. The pair have developed a friendship after once been at odds when Kyrgios labeled the 24th-time Grand Slam champion bone-headed, and it too. The ATP 250 event runs from December 29 to January 5 and serves as a tune-up for the Australian Open, which begins on January. We're starting with the stories coming through from the FIFA Football Awards that was held last night. There are a lot of fans having their reservations about the FIFA Best Awards, saying FIFA are actually going to be organizing this type of award. And of course, there was not so much noise about it. Well, it's been said that this was voted for by fans and also followers with like minds. And the best FIFA Football Awards 2024 winners were celebrated yesterday night in Night of Glitz and Glamour at the Aspire Academy in Qatar's Education City. The ceremony celebrated the world's top football talent, crowning outstanding players, coaches, and teams which shone brightest over the year. Spain's Aitana Bonmati claimed the Women's Player of the Year award, while Brazilian star Vinicius Jr. Making up for his loss on the Ballon d'Or secured the Men's Player of the Year title. Let's quickly go straight into the full list of the winners of the 2024 awards. Aitana Bonmati of FC Barcelona and Spain winning the Women's Player of the Year. Men's Player of the Year is Vinicius Jr. of Real Madrid and Brazil. And the Women's Goalkeeper of the Year, you have Alicia Necha of Chicago Red Stars and also a player of the United States Women's National Team. Men's Goalkeeper of the Year for the second time in a row is Emiliano Martinez of Aston Villa and also Argentina. Emiliano Martinez, by the way, a lot of fans are saying is going to be conceding goals left, right, and center for Aston Villa, but goes to play for his national team. He's definitely going to be dropping some amazing performances, and of course, is in the run-up to win the best goalkeeper as well. A lot of keepers are actually coming to mind, but talk about consistency, you have to give it to Emiliano Martinez. Have they been the likes of Alisson were being consistent enough? Maybe the likes of Thibaut Courtois were being consistent enough. Maybe there have been a competition in that category, but as it is right now, I think the only goalkeeper that can actually give him a run is Tottenham Hotspur goalkeeper, and maybe the Juventus goalkeeper. We'll talk more about that later this evening on the Sports Up Show, where I'd like to get your own 2 cents about this as well. Women's Coach of the Year for the second time as well, Emma Hayes of Chelsea and United States Women's National Team. Men's Coach of the Year is Real Madrid. While FIFA Mata Award, that's the best goals in women's football, is for Mata in the goal she scored versus Jamaica. While the best men's goal, the Puskás, goes to Alejandro Garnacho. Their overhead kick is scored against Everton, and of course also writing his name in the history books, being the only second player from the English Premier League to win the award, just after Cristiano Ronaldo has also done it. Talk about the FIFA Fair Play Award, goes to Thiago Maia of Internacional, and also FIFA Fan Award goes to Guillermo Gandramura, the award which actually brings together football finest talent, affirming their exceptional performances and contributions to football on the global stage. Anyway, from that, right now, still taking other stories coming through from the world of football this morning. It's been said that Super League promoters yesterday reviewed they have asked FIFA and UEFA for official recognition of their proposed competition, renamed the Unified League, leaning on a ruling from Europe's top court. According to the sports management, saying that they sent the proposal after discussions with various leagues, clubs, and other stakeholders, revising its qualification system to base participation on annual domestic performances. It has submitted plans for competition featuring 96 teams divided into 4 leagues running from September to April, which is going to be followed by a knockout phase starting with the quarterfinals. In a statement, the group is arguing that last year's European Court of Justice ECJ really meant that any competition where qualification is inclusive and meritocratic, which complies with the overall match calendar, can be officially established. And the promoters are also saying that matches will be shown live for free via a streaming platform. I will talk more about this later this evening on the Sports Up Show right here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. After taking other stories coming through from the world of sport this morning. Of course, Of course, moving to the world of football yesterday, shocking revelation coming through from Chelsea star Mikhailo Modric, who is in shock at failed drug test. But yes, we're taking a look at how that one is going to be pounding out in the next couple of days. But yes, Chelsea winger Mikhailo Modric says he is in complete shock after testing positive for a banned substance. The club confirmed yesterday that they had been contacted by the Football Association after an adverse finding in a routine urine test provided by Ukraine International. The attacker, who has been professionally suspended by the Football Association following the positive test, denies knowingly using a banned substance, and Chelsea said they will work to establish what caused the failed test. Players found to have unintentionally taken a banned substance can be banned for up to 4 years under FIFA guidelines. Mikhailo Modric last played for Chelsea last month, November, and has missed the last 5 matches in all competitions. He was included in the match day squad for the Blues win against Aston Villa on 1st of December, but did not feature in that game. Don't forget, he was signed to Chelsea, and he did that was up to £89 million last year, 2023. He scored 10 goals in 73 appearances for Chelsea. And away from that, let's go straight to Manchester United right now, where Marcus Rashford finally has come out to address the press. And once things happen this way, you can tell that looks like something might just be in the pipeline for January. More talks on this later this evening on the Sports Hub Show, 6 p.m. down to 7 p.m. And of course, I'm in my Santa mode, and I've got something up my sleeves for you, my listeners, later this evening. But then quickly, let's go through it where Manchester United for Marcus Rashford says he's ready for a new challenge after being asked about his future at the club. Don't forget that Rashford, reached 27, was dropped on the squad for Sunday's derby, which United won 2-1 against Manchester City. And in his words, says every player wants to play in the Manchester derby, but the new head coach Ruben Amorim confirmed that there were no disciplinary issues behind his decision, but he appeared to hint he had hoped to see more from the England player on and off the pitch and during his first week in charge of Manchester United. Rashford has, however, scored 138 goals. Presently, the only active leading top scorer of Manchester United in 426 appearances for the club since he made his debut in 2016, having come through the United ranks. The 2022-2020 campaign was his most prolific when he scored 30 in all competitions. Sporting the Jiffy right here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. Don't forget I'll be back here later this evening for more thoughts on the Sports Hub Show between 6 p.m. down to 7 p.m. Adejajibo is signing out this morning. Stay sporty, stay active, drink enough water to stay hydrated. Go out there and be the best version of yourself. Don't forget to be kind to people, because kindness is cool. I'll see you when I see you, and that's going to be later this evening on the Sports Hub Show. Do enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Once again, good morning from me to you.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information, call
0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals